I wanted to take a minute to look at this diagram, which has been very helpful to me in understanding the difference in the roles of science, philosophy, and theology. We have a big circle here, and that indicates all knowledge, everything that is possibly knowable. Now, of course, you and I can't know everything that is possibly knowable, so we have to know a little bit less than that. So I put a triangle in there to indicate that our knowledge is probably less than everything knowable. Maybe if you want to think of the circle as the mind of God, an omniscient understanding, and the triangle is the mind of someone like you or I who might understand a bit of this and that. Now, within that triangle, we have three parts. We have this big section on the bottom, which is science. Above it, we have philosophy. And above that, we have theology. We're going to try to understand what philosophy is by negating the other parts and seeing what's left. Now, science, this big section in the bottom, and big for a reason because it's probably the most quantitative knowledge that we'll have, is the stuff that you'll learn through your senses. It's the stuff that you'll learn by looking at it, seeing it, tasting it, feeling it, that sort of thing. So our empirical knowledge is that which is gained through our senses and through experimentation. That's probably most of what we know. Above that, we have philosophy, but we're not going to go through there just yet because we're going to go to the top section, which is theology. Now, there are elements of our knowledge which we could not know if not revealed to us through a higher power. This might be biblical truths, truths about God, truths about the soul, metaphysics, that sort of thing that we have to get from a source beyond ourselves and that we can't get through our senses. But if we take those two sections away, if we take away those things that might be revealed to us and those things that we can see, feel, touch, taste, smell, that's where the realm of philosophy is. It's the sorts of things that we have to kind of use our reasoning to understand. We think about ethics, how we should live. Perhaps you can think about logic or epistemology, what is true, how do words work, language. Those sorts of things are the realm of philosophy. And if you take out that, you're left with really nothing. The sort of thing that you can see with your senses is one section. The sort of thing that you have to use your mind, but your senses are not involved, that's another. And then, of course, the things that are revealed from a metaphysical, beyond physical source, that is the top. And also think about the fact that using a triangle here, we have maybe the amount of knowledge that you'll get from each of these places. Now, of course, not talking about the value of that knowledge, but just the amount of knowledge. And this sort of correlates to Plato's divided line. And if you want to check that out, I have another video on that in my channel. I'll try to link it below.